calculated. So from Guru Purnima to Vijayadashmi. Usually after Vijayadashmi, that 2-3 days, there will be celebration and that Purnima. The Purnima.
Nithyanandam, welcome to Kailasa's Nithyananda Yoga, the most authentic yoga revived by the very source, as revealed by Parameshwar himself. Understand, yoga is an independent intelligence that guides you towards its purest form. Even if you begin with polluted version, the science itself will eventually awaken your intelligence. And Swamiji himself, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism himself, has revived the Nithyananda Yoga, which is the authentic yoga revived by from the very source. So let's begin with the Sadguru Vandanam, invoking Parameshwar. Join our hands. Nithyanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadrusham Tattamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Bimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Keep your eyes closed as we enter into Shiv Murmata Japa 11 times internally. Om Ham Ham Shivaya Namaha. 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 Now we'll be entering into the ritualistic cleansing, Tattvachvanam. Om Atmadattam Sodhyami Sudha. Om Vidyadattam Sodhyami Sudha. Om Shivatattam Sodhyami Sudha. Om Ham Hridaya Namaha. Now we'll be entering into the Sankalpa, the conscious resolution. Clasp your right hand over the left and let's begin with the Sankalpa, the conscious resolution. Om Mamopata Samasta Duritashaya Dwara Bhagavad Shri Nithyananda Parameshwar Prityartham Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parameshwar Shakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Parameshwar Prityartham Cha Adya Purvokta Evam Guna Visheshena Visishtayaam Asyam Subhatithau Punarogayukta Durgati Yogikshariya Siddhyartham Parameshwar Shakti Aviskarnartham Nithyananda Yoga Abhyasam Karishye Om Abhaprishya. Keep your Panchpadram side as you wash your hands as we begin with the Pratham Vinyasa Krama, second sequence. And the first asana that we are entering into is Yatha Sanisthasana. So sit in a comfortable posture which brings ease to your physical and mental space. If you feel sitting in Padmasana brings ease to your physical and mental space, you can sit in Padmasana, you can sit in Sukhasana, or you can sit with your legs extended and maintain your spine upright while keeping your shoulders soft and hands in Bandha Mudra. Allow the breath to flow steadily and create a space through your chest as you sit calmly. Perform Samana Kumbhaka, where you inhale and deeply visualize heat flame rising up along the spine. Maintain the awareness of the heat, the digestive fire at the navel center, Jatra Agni. Engage Mulbandha, where you firmly contract the muscles of the pelvic floor, lifting it upward without tension. And Remember that Mool Bandha, you'll be engaging in every single asana as we move forward. Visualize finding your perfect place of equilibrium and ease, where the body and mind harmonize effortlessly. Chant Japa, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Paryankam Tatsamakyatam Yatha Samstam Yatha Stihi. The next asana is Sama Asana. So be seated in a comfortable cross-leg posture, keeping your spine upright and shoulders relaxed. And then allow your body to settle naturally on the ground, focusing on smooth and effortless breathing. Inhale deeply and exhale in Samana Kumka. Engage Moolabandha. Perform Shambhavi Mudra, where you keep your eyes open wide and steady outward while awareness rests deeply within. And visualize yourself seated firmly, yet softly on the earth. Spine upright, breath flow like gentle river as you chant the japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Idanim Garbhaninam Yogabhyaso Yatha Laghu Sukhaprabhavalabhyam Prochate Praktanepati. The next asana is Muktasana. So now draw the left heel against the perineum. So bring the left heel close to the perineum and place the right heel above the left heel so that your ankles are aligned. So make sure that your ankles are aligned in Muktasana. And rest your hands on the knees. And once again perform Samanukumaka, Moolabandha, and bring your gaze to the nose and visualize the loving presence of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, lifting your burdens from your shoulders, guiding you beyond illusion's veil. Shambhavi Mudra, chant the japa, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nipidya Shivanam Sukham, Dakshinatara Gulfataha, Vamam Yam Yena Gulfena Muktasanam Idam Bhavet. So let's get ready to enter into the next asana. And the next asana is Siddhasana. So once again, sit comfortably, like in the previous posture, where your left heel is touching the perineum and right heel is just placed above the genitals, ankles. This time ankles will be crossed. Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumka, and visualize seated in a perfect alignment, your spine erect as a luminous pillar of inner strength. Engage Moolabandha. Bring your gaze to Bhru Madhya, which is third eye. Chant the japa, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Dhanu Sametriendro Achala Prashayaha. The next asana is Siddhi Asana. Once again, sit in a comfortable seated posture like in previous asana, and make sure that your spine is tall, your shoulders are soft, hands are resting on the knees, palms are facing down. And inhale once again in Samanukumka, where you visualize the heat, the Jatra Agni at the navel center. Hold the breath comfortably. And this time, after a forceful exhalation, you'll be performing the Maha Mudra Bandha, which is Mool Bandha, Udyan Bandha, and Jalandhar Bandha, where you contract the pelvic floor up without tension is Mool Bandha. Tuck the chin to the chest is Jalandhar Bandha. And after exhalation, as you pull the abdomen in and up in Uddiyana Bandha, all together forms Mahamudra Bandha. Visualize yourself seated in an unmoving mountain, steady and untouchable. Chand Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Vamapad ki eri jano Shivani Maditas ko dhano. Dachipad ki eri joi medu me Madi lagave soyi. Let's get ready to enter into the next asana. As you're seated comfortably, this time align your soles and the outer edge, those outer edge of the soles together. So once again, the left heel is against the perineum, right foot is on the top, and align your soles, the outer edge of the soles together. So sit in this posture and place your palms softly on the hands in Bindu Mudra, where you're joining your thumb and the index finger. Samanukumka once again, and visualize yourself as Rudra, the fierce and luminous, holding infinite power with inward restraint. Engage Mulbandha. Bring your gaze to Bhrumadhya, third eye, as you chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Vamacharana Dachin Rakhe, Eka Jugati Asa Vidhi Rakhe, Vama Pagathale Mahile Kora Dakshinake, Juba Harale Vore. The next asana is Santa Dhanu Asana. In this posture, once again, as you are seated like in the previous asana with the soles of the outer edge aligned, place your hands in Bindu Mudra, spine tall, chest lifted, Shambhavi Mudra, Samanakumka, and this time you will be engaging Mool Bandha, bringing your gaze to the nose. So shift your gaze from third eye to your nose and visualize a stream, yourself as a stream flowing steadily, unbroken and clear, moving towards vastness. Envision prana rippling gently through every channel as we chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Asanagni Gunamanachancharata Nihite. The next asana is Siddhasana. Wait. So once again, be seated in like previous asana with the soles outer edge aligned. And bring the hands in Samputta Mudra. Samputta Mudra is where you make a hollow of the palm and bring it in front of the chest, in front of the navel. Samanukumka. Visualize stillness as your throne. As you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Rijukaya Samasina Siddhasana Mudiratam Prasare Bhove Padotu Dobhi Angushta Madarat. Now we'll be entering into the next asana, which is Bandha Yoni Asana. In Bandha Yoni Asana, as you're seated cross-legged, Now, this time you'll be performing Shanmukhi Mudra. Shanmukhi Mudra is where you'll be using all the 5 fingers. Your thumb will be closing the ears, the short earlobes. If you touch the ears, you'll find a short earlobes on the ear. You'll be using the thumb to close the short earlobes. You'll be using your index finger to place it lightly on your eyes. Do not force. Middle finger on the bridge of the nostril. Ring finger on the top of your upper lip and the little finger below the lower lip. And inhale by lightly lifting the middle finger, and then after full exhalation, inhalation, hold the breath comfortably in Samanupumka, visualizing heat flame in the navel center. Hold as long as possible and then slowly exhale and repeat Samanupumka and Shanmukhi Mudra. Engage Mulbandha and visualize the sacred womb of sealed sanctuary. As you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Bhairavas यत्र मध्ये महादेव बन्धयो नासने सृष्टि यत्कृत्वा खेचरो भूत्वा विचरे ईश्वरो यथा. Let's get ready for the next asana, which is Virasana. So place one foot on the opposite thigh. Bring one leg on the one foot on the opposite thigh, and other foot is under the thigh. Keep your spine tall, shoulders relaxed, hands in Bindu Mudra resting on the knees. Samanukumaka, engage Mulbandha and visualize yourself as a fearless warrior, kneeling with ease yet burning with inner resolve. As you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Ekam Padam Athakas Ekasmi Vinyasya Uri Samsitaha Itaras Samsitaha Cha Uri Uru Virasanam Udiratam. The next asana is Valmiki Asana. So sit with your left heel placed beside the right side of the genitals. So right will be on the right side of the genitals and the left heel is in the hollow of the big toes touching the knees. So the big toes will be under the hollow of the knees on the opposite thigh. Hands in Bindu Mudra. Bring your gaze to the Bhru Madhya, which is third eye. Mulbandha, Samana Kumbhaka, and visualize yourself knotted into oneness, each fold binding distractions into stillness. Envision prana circulating smoothly within your coiled body, purified inner field. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. डाबा बागा की पगथली पुनी एड़ी है जो इस पना तीसा मेरे दक्षिण आवे लगावे सोये. The next asana is Yoni Mudrasana. So as you're seated with your legs cross-legged, bringing the left sole inward at the root center and gently turning the foot. So, and bringing the opposite foot on the top of the thigh. Keep your spine lengthened, chest broad, palms resting on the knees facing down. And bring your gaze to the nose as you perform Samanukumbhaka. Engage Mulabandha and visualize a luminous lotus womb enclosing around you, your awareness sealing stillness within you. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. अतः योनि मुद्रासन पाम पाद की पगथली जाही माहिले कोरे जो जोनी तह धरी वैसे वैसी ये उल्टा पावजू मोरे. The next asana is Yonyasana. As you're seated, like in the previous posture, contract the pelvic floor and inhale once again in Prana Samana Kumaka. Engage Mulbandha, Shambhavi Mudra and visualize yourself enclosed in cosmic womb. Visualize secure and timeless, the source of all forms. Once again, bring your gaze to the third eye. When you're gazing, don't force, don't concentrate, just bring a gentle awareness to the third eye. As you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Yonasanam Parvatam Parvatena Yogam Yoga Phale Anilam Tatkala Phalam Antava Khechare Khecharo Yavat Evahi. The next asana is Bhadrasana Trini. So this time bring the soles of the feet together, facing each other, and hold the feet firmly with both the hands while remaining perfectly still. Shoulders relaxed, let your breath settle without forcing knees. Shambhi Mudra, Samanukumka once again, visualizing the Jatra Agni, the digestive fire at the navel center. And this time, along with Mulbandha, after exhalation, you'll be engaging Uddiyana Bandha. Draw the abdomen in and up, lifting it upward, and hold as long as comfortable, and then release, and once again perform Samanukumka. And after exhalation, perform Uddiyana Bandha. So let's repeat this 3 cycles of Samanukumka. Inhale deeply, hold the breath comfortably, and then forcibly exhale. Pull the stomach in and up in Uddiyana Bandha. Hold the breath comfortably, hold the Uddiyana Bandha comfortably, and then release. Once again, inhale. Hold the visualization of Samana Kumka, the digestive fire at the navel center. Fully exhale. Pull the stomach in and up. Along with Uddiyana Bandha, engage Mula Bandha as well. And slowly release. As you bring your gaze to the nose, once again inhale in Samana Kumka. Visualize the heat, the digestive fire at the navel center. When you can't hold anymore, forcibly exhale. Perform Mool Bandha and Udyan Bandha. Visualize your seat as auspicious foundation, spreading blessings in all directions. As you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Atha Bhadrasanam Gulfocha Vrishashadha Sivanya Pasho Shipet Save Gulfe Tatha Save Dakshina Gulfe to Dakshine. The next asana is Aghorasana. So as you're seated with soles of the feet together, perform the rapid bellow breathing. Reverse your tongue. So you'll be performing Kechni Mudra, where you reverse your tongue, roll the tongue to the roof of the mouth, to the soft palate, and hold it comfortably without strain. And perform Abhyantara Kumka, where you slowly inhale through the nose until the full lungs are full. And then retain the breath inside with steady awareness. And finally, release it calmly through the nostril when retention is complete. This is Abhyantara Kumbhaka. Once again, engage Mulbandha way. Contract the muscles of the pelvic floor, lifting it upward without tension. Bring your gaze to the Bhrumadhya, third eye. Visualize yourself as a blazing firebrand, fierce yet controlled, radiating intensity. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. पूरव कहो भस्त्रिका जाई जोई वाही विधि जुई कीजे सोई अब अंगूरी मुख बाहरी आणे मुख को फुणी संपुट कर ठाने. The next asana is Kaneri Pavasana. So as you're seated with soles of the feet together in front of you, touch the big toes together and keep your heels apart. So heels are apart and toes are together. And then place your elbows right into the space between your heels and gently cup your chin in your hands. Keep your back straight and open your chest smoothly. Shaman Sambhi Mudra, Rejka Kumka. Rejka Kumka is where you fully exhale and hold the breath without inhalation and retain the breath. And after, as you engage Rechka Kumka, engage Udyan Bandha as well. After fully exhalation, we'll perform Udyan Bandha. Gaze to the nose and visualize yourself as an internal evergreen tree, rooted deeply in earth. As you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. The next asana is Para Asana. In this asana, we'll be changing the position. So sit with your feet flat and knees are raised. And thread your arms inside. Bring your arms from inside the legs and calves and wrap it around the shin. So bring your hands inside and then wrap it from outside. And bring the fingers in front of the, interlace the finger in Parshumudra in front of the navel center. Bring your gaze to the nose, which is Nasagre, Nasa Drishti. Visualize yourself seated in supreme stillness, beyond fluctuation, vast and undivided. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. अथ पर आसनम प्रथम माहिली जंग जुदोई तिनतरी करीडु काड़ा भूज सो ओद गोड़ा तारी करी बाहरी ताने. The next asana that we are performing is Gopi Chandasana. In Gopi Chandasana, from the previous asana, place the big toes towards the throat. So lift your legs and try to bring your big toes towards the throat and heels at the upper chest and interlace the finger to the for support. Rest your chin lightly towards the nose, lightly on the legs. Rest your chin and gaze to the nose. Shambhya Mudra, Rechika Kumka, engage Mulbandha. Visualize yourself as a king, Gopi Chanda, in yogic renunciation, royal yet surrendered. Chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. पूरा विधि पगा का अंगूठा कंठ पूर राशे येड़े हृदय लगावे काकसी एड़िया अंग आगुली परी राशे दृष्टिनासा अग्र आसन कोगुण इडी पिंगला की पवन हम जलंधर बंध लागे. The next asana is Udarasana. As you're seated with soles of the feet together and knees wide apart like in the previous asana, as hands are thread under the thighs and clasp your feet and gently lift your legs towards the chest, spine tall, chin lowered, shoulders relaxed, Shambhavi Mudra, Rechka Kumka, gaze to the nose and visualize the belly as a fertile center, glowing like fire, sustaining strength. Chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. दो पगथली संपुट ठाने वह हस्त करी उधर ही ताने अंगुशलोई समट हरावे चुबक नीचे ताहि लगावे. The next asana that we are entering into is Visishtasana. In Visishtasana, from the previous asana, lift your legs towards the forehead. And as you interlace your hands to secure spine, release Shambhavi Mudra, Rechka Kumka, engage Mulbandha and visualize yourself seated in uniqueness, neither bound nor common, radiating distinction as you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. दो पगथली जोड़ी संपुट करे हाथ दो पगा बीची आणी तलय करी बाहेलिया कहुन्या माहिली संधि राशे. The next asana is Bhujasana. So this time, bring the legs on the top of the shoulders. So bring the leg on the respective shoulders, on the top of the shoulders. And then thread your arms under the thighs and interlace your fingers behind your neck. So, Shambhavi Mudra, perform Rechka Kumka, engage Mulbandha and visualize your body upheld by shoulders like pillar, strong and steady argent. Chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Sirasasanam tu Vigyena Kakshasanam itah param Grivasanam cha paramam Bhujasanam hochate. The next asana is Kalyanasana. So, as your legs are on the top of the shoulders, this time, as you bring your hands, wrap your hands behind, bring it on the ground behind you. So, you can start with one hand behind so that it gives you a balance as you lean a little backward. Once you find the balance, you can place your another hand also behind you and interlace the finger behind you. Once again, the legs are on the top of the shoulders. Shambhavi Mudra, raise ka kumka, bring your gaze to the nose and visualize each breath unfolding as a blessing, filling you with luminous benefit. Chanda Japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. दो हाथ पगा पीछ आणे तिनको गोड़ा नीचे ठाने बहुरूपथ्या बाहरी ल्यावे पुनः युक्ति ऐसे ठहरावे. The next asana is Sankadasana. So you can relax from the previous posture as you enter into the next asana, Sankadasana. So sit with your left heel under the beneath the perineum and cross the right foot over the left like Gomukhasana. So, but in this you'll be sitting on the left heel. So sit on the left heel with your knees bent and bring the right knee on the top, stacked, and foot is outside. And bring the hands on the opposite knees. Rest it on the opposite knees. Engage Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama, engage Mulbandha, and visualize yourself centering the narrow strain of hardship as you chant the japa. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Vamapada Vamapadam Chittamulam Sanyasadharanitare Padadande Yam Yena Vestayeta Vamapadakam Jana Yugme Karat Yugme Etat Sankatanasanam. The next asana is Dhenukasana. So this time slide your left heel outside of the right hip like in Gomukhasana posture and interlace the finger on the top knee. Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. And as you slightly contract the throat and draw the breath slowly in through the nostril, producing the sound of the ocean. Retain the breath comfortably and then forcibly exhale as you engage Uddiyana Bandha, where you pull the stomach in and up, engaging Mula Bandha, visualizing yourself as a generous cow, nourishing and calm. Chant the japa, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Savyangri Kundalam Prishte Vame Niveshayet Vamakundaling Chaiva Dakshine Dhenukasanam. The next asana is Machandrasana. So bring your legs. So start with bringing the right foot on the left thigh. Right foot on the left thigh and then bring the left foot on the right knee. So there's a difference. So it's in Padmasana, but the right foot is on the thigh, which is closer to the hips, and the left foot is on the knees, which is away from the hips. So in this posture, bring your left arm behind you. Bring your right arm behind you. Trying to hold on to the right foot. And then bring your right palm on the left palm on the right knee. And try to twist yourself. Use this opportunity to give a nice twist to your upper body, your spine, your back. Visualize yourself as a sage Masindranatha, deeply rooted and deep twist, channeling secret wisdom as you engage Vaishnav Mudra. Vaishnav Mudra is with inner focus and outer vision, free from blinking or opening the eyes. This is Vaishnav Mudra, which is kept secret in all tantras. Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama engage Mulbandha as you chant japa. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Vamajanga पर दक्षिण ठाने वाम हस्त पृष्ठ दश आने बहुरो दक्षिण पद है जोई ताकि नली जप करे सोई. The next asana is Machandrasana Dvai. So keep your legs in the similar posture and hold on to the big toes from front and lean forward. Lean forward as you exhale. Bring your forehead on the ground, chest over the thighs, spine relaxed, and perform once again Vaishnavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumka Pranayama. Visualize yourself as Matsendra, Sage Matsendra, but deeper, embodying unfathomable depth and turning inward. Engage Mulbandha as a chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. प्रथम जिमना चरण जो जोई वाम जंग परि राखे सोई ताकि एड़ी कटी सो लावे बहुरी युक्ति यह और करावे. The next asana is Guru Asana. So lift yourself, raise up, but legs are still in the similar position as Machandrasana. And this time, toss your fingers and place it on the left thigh, left knee. Place it on the left knee. And as you perform Vaishnavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumka Pranayama, and after full inhalation, fully exhale and perform Mahamudra Bandha, Mool Bandha, Udyan Bandha, and Jalandhar Bandha. Visualize the supreme boundary of Hinduism is radiating light that dissolves every shade of ignorance within and around you. Chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. पुरमूले इतरपादस्य कनिष्ठप्रदेशे गुल्फं स्थाप्य तदेव जानु इतरपार्श्वे संस्थाप्य तिष्ठेत् हस्तो सम्मीलय गुरु आसनं भवति. Now we'll be repeating Sankadasana on the other side. So we are repeating this whole sequence on the other side. So this time bring the right, sit on the right heels. So this time sit on the right heels and bring the left knee or left leg on the top. Hands on the opposite knees. Once again perform Vaishnavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. Engage Mulbandha. Contract the muscles of the pelvic floor. Visualize yourself entering into narrow, straight of hardship where pressure surrounds yet does not destroy. Envision Sankata as divine crucible, shaping resilience and brilliance like gold refining by fire. Contemplate every struggle as transformation, the yogic's doorway to liberation, where obstacles themselves reveal the hidden strength of your being. Chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. वामपादं चित्तमूलं सन्न्यसधरनीतले पाददण्डे यां येन वेष्टयेत् वामपादकं जानुयुग्मे करत्युग्मे एतत् सङ्कटनाशनम्. The next asana we'll be repeating is Dhenukasana. So slide your right heel outside of the hip and sit like in Gomukhasana posture, hands interlaced on the top knee. Once again perform Vaishnavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama, engage Mulabandha, where you contract the muscles of the pelvic floor and lifting it upward without tension. Visualize yourself as a generous cow, nourishing and calm, embodying endurance. Envision milk flow as prana, rich, sustaining stream, filling every channel of your being. Contemplate gentleness, patience, and steady giving as the virtue of your form. Chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Savyangri Kundalam Prishte Vameni Niveshayet Vamangri Kundalam Chaiva Dakshine Dhenukasanam. The next asana is Machandrasana. So this time bring your left leg on the top of the right thigh. And the right leg is on the top of the left knee. and bring your left arm to hold the left big toe and right arm on the left knee. Use this opportunity to twist yourself towards the back, rotating your spine, giving a nice twist. Vaishnavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama, engage. Mulbandha, visualize yourself as Sage Matsendranatha. As you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, Vama Janga Paradakshina Thane, Vama Hasta Prishta, Das Ane Bahurochadan, Pad hai joyi, Taki Nali Japakare Soi. The next asana is Machandrasana Dve. So untwist yourself and from the Machandrasana posture, lean forward as you hold on to the big toes. Bring your forehead on the ground. Vaishnavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. Visualize yourself as Matsendranatha. Engage Mulbandha, Chand Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. प्रथम जिम्न चरण जो जोई वाम जंग परि राखे सोई ताकि एड़ी कटी सो लावे बहुरी युक्ति यह को और करावे. The next asana is Guruvasana. So rise up, but keep your legs in the similar posture like Matsyandrasana. And then interlace the finger and place it on the right thigh. Vaishnavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. And after exhalation, forceful exhalation, you'll be engaging all the three bandhas, which is Mahamudra Bandha called together. Engage Mool Bandha, Udyana Bandha, and Jalandhar Bandha. Visualize the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Sri Nithyananda Bhairavas, radiating light that dissolves every shade of ignorance within and around you. Chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Uramule Padasya Kanishtaka Pradesh Gulfam Sanstapya Tadeva Jano Itarapashni Sanstapya Tishtet Hasto Tamile Guru Asanam Bhavati. The next asana is Pashvasana. So uncross your legs and sit with feet flat on the ground and knees raised. And then wrap your arms around to clasp the opposite knees. So you're clasping the opposite knees firmly. Spine upright, chest broad, crown lifted. Perform Kechari Mudra. Bring your tongue to the back of the hollow behind your soft palate and hold it. As you bring your gaze to the third eye, engage Mulabandha, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama, and visualize yourself twisted like that third animal in Pashvasana, yet inwardly free. Chanda Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, Padatale Bhumunadhaya, Janavarsi Nidhaya Viprita Hastalabhyam Urasahita Jange Nibadhya Tishtet Pasasanam Bhavati. The next asana is Bodha Shokasana. So, with your feet flat, knee raised, arms around the shin, and this time, instead of holding the knees, you'll be holding the opposite wrist with the hands. And draw the chin inward. Broaden your upper back, chest, spine tall. Bring your gaze to the nose. Once again, roll your tongue in Kechari Mudra to the roof of the hollow of the mouth behind the soft palate. Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. Visualize a conscious awakening manifesting within, taking you beyond sorrow. Envision light raising through every channel, burning away grief like mist before the sun. Contemplate the transformation of suffering into clarity, embodying compassion born of insight, steady joy blooming where heaviness once dwelt. Chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. दो पगतली भूपरे धरे कोर माहिली ऐसे करे करे कोर मिलाई उकड़बंद जंग छाती अग्र निवेसे. The next asana is Kurakatasana. As you are seated with feet flat and knee raised, wrap the arms underneath the legs, under the thighs, and clasp the opposite elbows as with the hands. Spine tall, chest broad. Bring your gaze to the nose. Engage Mool Bandha. Once again, perform the Kechri Mudra where you lift the tongue, turn the tongue upward to the back of the hollow of the mouth behind the soft palate. Hold it comfortably. Engage Uddiyana Bandha. Engage Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. Visualize yourself as a baby cock emerging with first light of dawn, embodying innocence, vitality, and unformed strength. Envision your call scattering darkness, summoning new as prana awakens with purity. Contemplate vigilance and courage growing within you, manifesting the fearless spark of awakening that protects and illuminates all. Chandajapa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. कुरकट आसन दो हाथ बाहर ल्यावो गोड़ा नीचे ले ठहरावो आम्हा सामा ऐसे करे आपस में कोह न पकड़े. Next asana is Sumati asana. So from the previous asana, bring the left foot over the bring your right foot over the left so the heels are crossed and toes are pointing upward. Once again, perform the Kechri Mudra. Visualize Sage Sumati in your inner space as you visualize Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama, Kechri Mudra, Mulbandha, and chant the japa Om Nithyananda Param Shivoham. Mooladwara Dharati Peri, Hane Dava Pag Paridachapad Ane, Jo Eri, Teke Aise Goda, Vavu Rakhe Taise Funa Jugame Uva. The next asana is Dandasana. So now, extend your legs in front of you. Heels are together. Lift your arms over the head and interlace the fingers. Chest broad, chin slightly tucked. Bring your gaze to the nose. Perform once again Kechri Mudra. And perform Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. And after exhalation, you'll be performing Mahamudra Bandha, which is Mool Bandha, Udyan Bandha, and Jalandhar Bandha. And visualize yourself as a shaft, straight, steady, and unyielding. Chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Idani Garbhinina Yogabhyaso Yatha Laghu Sukha Prabhavalabhya Prochate Praktane Pathi. The next asana is Arambhasana. So from the previous asana where your legs are extended in front of you, hold the big toes as you lean forward. Hold your big toes in Prana Mudra. Keep your back lengthened, steady, and avoid forcing Nadi and perform Nadi Shodhana, where you close alternatively one nostril with the finger and inhale through the other. Retain the breath with awareness and then exhale through the opposite nostril in a rhythmic balance and repeat. Engage Mulabandha and visualize yourself as dawn breaking, embodying beginning filled with possibility. Envision golden light arising within as you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. दो पगम मिली पसारी पगा का अंगूठाल पकड़ी ललाट गोड़ा लगावे सीरस समस राशे आसन को गुण आरंभ की विधि उतर सन्मुख वैसे आरंभ करे. The next asana is Vedokasana. In this asana, as your legs are extended in front of you, space the heels hand width apart. So heels are hand width apart with your knees open on the sides. So draw the knees inward with your heels are shoulder width apart, hand width apart. And draw your arms forward to clasp your feet under the thighs. And lift your chest, lengthen your spine, elbows bend slightly. Keep your breath steady. Avoid collapsing your torso forward.
Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama, Mulabandha. Bring your gaze to the Bhrumadhya. Third eye, visualize yourself as lightning splitting through darkness, embodying the force that shatters illusion. And chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Prathamasup Sampushvishya Pado Prasarat Shushansitaha. The next asana is Jalandhari Pavasana. In this asana, as from the previous asana, this time bring the heels together. So bring the heels together, and once again, hands are under the thighs and lean forward, bringing the chin, your mouth, and nose, resting it on the heels. And slide your palms under the thighs and keeping it on the sides. Keep your spine long, gaze to the nose. Sambhi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama, Mulbandha, visualize yourself as a master of inner wind, embodying control over breath and sound as you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Param Shivoham. Do Edi Melkai Joyi, Hath Pasari Puna Chibaka Mukanasikata, Didapu Dhupari Dhari. The next asana that we are entering is Urdhva Paschimottanasana. In this asana, as you're seated with your legs extended, extend your legs straight in front of you. So place one leg behind you. So let's start with bringing the right leg behind your neck. So start with right leg behind your neck. And then once you have placed it behind your neck, lean forward, hold the foot with both the hands. And if you're still in the progress, bring your feet in front of the chest or in front of the face, and then once again lean, hold forward. Shambhavi Mudra Pratyahara Kumbhaka, where we withdraw the senses inward, then move the awareness sequentially through the 9 points, which is soles of the feet, the perineum, the navel, the heart, throat, between the eyebrows, uvula, and forehead. And after slow inhalation, gently hold the breath while fixing your awareness, and then engage Mulbandha. Exhale slowly, chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Pashchimatanava Samasitam Kritva Ekam Padam Revayam Adhishya Tishtet Urdhva Paschimatan Bhavati. The next asana is Anantasana. So if you are still having your legs behind your neck, then rise up and then lie down on your back with your right leg behind your back. And if you have come down, relaxed, so once again place your right leg behind your neck and lie down on your back. The opposite hand holding the feet, the right hand is resting on the side. Shambhavi Mudra, Pratyaharukum ka, visualize yourself as an endless sky, embodying infinity without boundary. Infinity without boundary. Chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Uttana Shanam Ekaikam Padam Divayam Vinyasa Itra Hastena Padagram Grihitva Itara Vahustilekritya Tishtet Anantasanam Bhavati. Stay in the similar asana as we enter into the next asana, which is Ankush Asana. So twist yourself on the left side and rest your left elbow on the ground and twist yourself onto the left side. Pratyaharukumka Mulbandha, visualize yourself as Ankusha, a small yet commanding guide stick for an elephant of immense strength. Chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Uttanashai Ekaikam Padam Grevayam Kurvanitara Hastam Varnamul Sthapayet. तस्य हस्तस्य कूरपरो निधाय इतरहस्ते पादो सलीकृत्य तिष्ठेत् अंकुशासनं भवति. The next asana that we are entering into is Dhirasana. So you relax from the previous asana, lying down. From the lying down position, Bring the knees to the chest. Hug your knees and with both the hands and gently rock from left to side, massaging your spine. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Shambhay Mudra, perform Sahaj Kumka, and visualize yourself as a seer, embodying clarity that pierces beyond forms. Envision the gaze inward, resolving distractions and awareness becoming radiant flame. Mulbandha, Chand Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, Uttana Shainam Janudhara, हृदय अवष्टभ्यम जंघात सहित उरणीकरद्वयं बद्ध्वा सव्यापल्सं लोलये लोलासनं भवति. Now we'll be repeating the previous sequence of Paschimottanasana on the other side. So this time you'll be bringing your left leg behind your head. And once again, fold forward, hand holding both the feet. Shambhay Mudra, and visualize yourself as a river flowing upward. Pratyahar Kumka, engage Mulbandha, Chand Japa, Om Nityananda, Paramashivoham. पश्चिमतानमसंसितं कृत्वा एकं पादां ग्रीवायाम् अधृष्य तिष्ठेत् ऊर्ध्वपश्चिमतनं भवति. The next asana is Anantasana. So if you are still holding your leg behind your neck, lie down on your back. Or you can start afresh, lie down on the back and then bring one leg behind your neck. Hands, opposite hand holding the feet and the other arm resting on the side. Anantasana. Saman Sambhavi Mudra Pratyahara Kumka. Visualize yourself as an infinity, reclined, embodying limitless space within form. Engage Mulbandha, chant the japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. उत्तानशयनम् एकैकं पादा ग्रीवायां विन्यस इतरहस्तेन पादाग्र गृहीत्वा इतरबाहुरस्य लिकृत्य तिष्ठेत् अनन्तासनं भवति. So next is Ankushasana. So stay in the similar asana and then turn to the right side. Rest on the right elbow. Pratyahar Kumka. Shambhav Mudra. Visualize yourself as elephant god, embodying divine direction and firmness as you chant the japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Uttana Saita Ekaikam Padam Grivayam Kurvan Itaram Hastam Purnamule Sthapitva Tasyaiva Haste Kurpada Bhumo Nidhaya Itarhasya Pados Sararikritya Istishet Ankushasanam Bhavati. Now relax for a moment as we get ready for the next asana, which is Yoga Nidrasana. Keep lying down on your back and then bring both of your legs behind your neck and cross your legs. And if this is difficult, you can cross legs just in front of the chest or face to start with, but gradually see the improvement as you lift both the legs behind your neck. Hand interlaced behind your back. Pratyahara Kumka, engage Mulbandha. Bring your gaze to the nose and visualize yourself in yogic sleep, embodying serene awareness resting yet awakened. Envision prana flowing inward like quiet tide, enveloping body and mind in radiant ease. Contemplate deep release without illusion, without dullness, and bliss of surrender, where consciousness remains luminous and watchful. Chand Japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. पादाभ्याम वेष्टयेत् कंठम हस्ताभ्याम वैष्टबंधनम तन मध्ये शयनम कुर्यात् योग निद्रा सुखप्रदा. The next asana is Atma Ramasana. So release the legs and lie down once again as you're lying down, lifting your legs towards your head. Cross the arms. So legs are just in front of the chest. Cross your arms from inside and try to interlace a finger behind your neck. Shambhay Mudra, Pratyahar Kumka, Mool Bandha. Bring your gaze to the nose. Visualize yourself as self-delighting, embodying contemplation born within. As Chand Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. दो हाथ छीदा सा करे तिनको तिनसो ऊबे इस पकड़े पग ऊंचा आगाने आने बहुरी जुगति आस औसिक विधि वाने. The next asana is Kochika asana. In this asana, as you're lying down with your knees bent, lift your feet towards the sky. The knees are to the chest and feet is towards the sky. Extend your arms on the side. Breathe steady. Shambhi Mudra Pratyahara Kumka. Visualize yourself as a small bird, embodying agility and alertness as you gaze to the third eye and chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. दो हाथ छीदा सा करे तिनसो उबे इस पकड़े पग ऊंचा आगाने आने बहुरु जगति औसिक विधि वाने. The next asana is Jathara Pravritti. So it's a sequence of 3 steps and we'll be repeating this on the other side as well. So as you're lying down with your knees at the chest, like in the previous asana, arms are stretched out on the sides. Then lower your right knee across the body while your left leg is extended. So left leg is extended and right leg is across the sides on the left side, on the right side. Shambhi Mudra Pratyahara Kumka. Visualize yourself as a radiant forge, the belly twisting as fire churns and refines within. Envision Agni blazing at the navel, cleansing the organs and channels with living flame. The prana spiraling outward, renewed. Engage Mulbandha, chant Depa. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. परिवृत्ते कक्ष भागे त्रिदाहि परिकीर्तितः बद्ध कोनो शुप्त कोनो ऊर्ध्व कोनो तथापि च. Next is we'll be entering into the second step of Jathara Pravritti. Now as you're lying down with your knees closed, drop the knees gently to the right side. So drop the knees to both of the knees on the right side, hands are spread out. Rotate your head to the opposite side. Shambhi Mudra, Pratyahara Kumka, and visualize yourself as a radiant forge, belly twisting as fire churns and refines within you. Chant Japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. परिवृत्ति कक्ष भागे त्रिदाहि परिकीर्तितः बद्ध कोनो शुप्त कोनो ऊर्ध्व कोनो यथापि च. The next asana is third step of Jathara Pravritti. Now straighten your legs on the sides, hands, one hand holding the feet, other hand extended on the sides. Hold. Bring head is turned in the opposite direction. Pratyahara Kumka, Mool Bandha, Shambhi Mudra, and visualize yourself as a radiant forge, belly twisting as fire churns and refines you. Chand Japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. परिवृत्ति कक्ष भागे त्रिदाहि परिकीर्तितः बद्ध कोनो शुप्त कोनो ऊर्ध्व कोनो यथापि च. Now we'll be repeating the Jathara Pravritti on the other side. So start from the neutral position where your knees are at the chest, like in and chest and the feet is upward. From this position, this time lower your left knee across to the right and the right knee is straight extended. Hands on the sides. From this position, perform Shambhi Mudra, Pratyahara Kumka, Mulbandha, and visualize yourself as a radiant forge, the belly twisting as fire churns and refines within. Chant Japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. परिवृत्ति कक्ष भागे त्रिदाहि परिकीर्तितः बद्ध कोनो शुप्त कोनो ऊर्ध्व कोनो अथापि च. Second step of Jathara Pravritti, where you draw both the legs to one side, hands spread out on the sides, head twisted on the other side, opposite side. Mulbandha Pratyahara Kumka. Visualize yourself as a radiant force, the belly twisting as fire churns and refines you. Chant Japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. परिवृत्ति कुक्ष भागे त्रिधा हि परिकीर्तितः बद्ध कोनो शुप्त कोनो ऊर्ध्व कोनो तथापि च. The next asana is Jatapariti, third step, where you extend the legs out straight, one hand holding the leg, other hand straight. And visualize yourself as a radiant forge, the belly twisting as fire churns and refines you. Engage Mulbandha, chant the japa Om Nithyananda Param Shivoham. Parivritti Kuksha Bhage Tidahi Parikititaha Baddha Kono Shupta Kono Urdha Kono Yathapicha. The next asana is Dvipada Pitham. So now untwist yourself and come as you're lying down on your back. Bring your feet flat on the ground, knee raised, and with the hands, hold the ankles. Hold the ankles of the respective hand and then slowly lift your hips high, chest open. Hips high. Shambhe Mudra, Pratyahar Kumka. Tuck the chin to the chest in Jalandhar Bandha. Bring your gaze to the nose. Visualize yourself as a radiant bridge rooted through your feet and arching upward in strength. Envision energy flowing across you like travels across from one shore to another. Contemplate yourself as pathway of union, steady, luminous, and uniting heaven and earth in balance. Gaze to the nose and chant Japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Pratikriya Yutam Dwandapitam Sarvabala Garbhani Mam Durbalanam Idam Gargi Jagadanu. The next asana is Paryankasana. So relax for a moment and from the lying down position, place your hands beside your ears as you bring it above the head. Bend the elbows and fingers are pointing towards the feet. From this position, press your palms and the soles as you lift your chest and hips upward, forming an arch. Arms strong, chest broad, breath smooth and Shambhi Mudra Pratyahar Kumka, and visualize yourself as a stone couch, unmoving, timeless, and steady. Hold yourself in this asana as you engage Mulbandha and chant the japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. उत्तानशयं हस्तलाभ्यां भूमि वष्टभ्यं पादतलाभ्यां भूमि धृत्वा नाभि प्रदेशे ऊर्ध्व कुर्यात् पर्यङ्कासनं भवति. The next asana is Sotanasana. So lie down on your back with your palms on the shoulders and elbows wide. Palms are on the shoulders, elbows wide, and then roll your body gently to side, massaging your spine, hips circling smoothly, shoulders anchored, breath easy. Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaj Kumka, and visualize yourself as a playful dog rolling freely on the ground, open interest and guarded joy. Engage Mulbandha and chant the japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. शवत् शरीरं संस्थाप्य जानु सम्मीलेनाभू आनीय हस्ताभ्यां करद्धरं बद्ध्वा भामयेत् सोतासनं भवति. The next asana is Viparita Karani. In Viparita Karani, as you're lying down on the back, slowly, and hands are resting on the ground, straight, elbows straight. From this position, lift your legs, your hips high vertically. You can use your hands for the support if needed, otherwise keep it on the ground. And then move. Once you have lifted your legs, your hips and shoulders aligned in a vertical line, start moving your legs in a gentle and small circle. Your hips is high, your hips, your legs and your shoulders are aligned in a vertical line. And start circling your legs. Shambhavi Mudra, Murcha Kumka. See your feet reaching skyward, grounded in stillness. Draw the prana upward towards the head to unite with prana. Chant japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. अतः विपरीतकर्णी मुद्रा भूतले शिरो दत्वा केनये चरणद्वयं विपरीतकर्णी च एष सर्वस्तु गोपिता. Now stop the movement Stop the movement of the leg, but still hold yourself in the Viparita Karni as we enter into the next asana, which is Viparita Karni Dve. So just stop the movement of the legs. Murchakumka Chalandar Bandha, and see your feet reaching skyward as you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Param Shivoham. Karani Viparitakhya Sarva Vyadhi Vinashini Nityam Abhyasayuktam Jathara Agni Avardhani. The next asana is Langanasana. So from the previous asana, drop your legs on the ground above your head. Drop your legs on the ground above your head, and hands are interlaced behind you, behind your back. Toes are tucked on the ground, hands in Parshumudra, Murchakumka, Jalandhar Bandha, and visualize your legs extending over your head like a steady claw cutting fertile earth. Chandajapa Om Nithyananda Param Shivoham. Griva Kante Bhumi Vishtabhyam Padagra Dvaya Urdham Unnet Narkasanam Bhavati. Next asana is Saita Paschimottanasana. So from the previous asana, bring your hands and hold on to the big toes. And extend your arms holding the toes, and your hips is stacked over the shoulders. Shambhay Mudra, Murcha Kumbhaka, visualize yourself as a river flowing westward. Jalandhar Bandha, chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Dana Saitva Kritva Shaita Paschimottanakam. The next asana that we are entering into is Shupta Konasana. So from the previous asana, with your legs over the head and holding the big toes, spread your legs wide apart like in a split. Keep performing Murchaka Kumka. Visualize your body expanding sidewards like vast steady mountain as you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Parivritti Kuksha Bhage Tridahi Parikirtitaha Baddha Kono Shupta Kono Urdha Kono Yathapicha. The next asana is Chakrasana. So now bring the soles of the feet together once again, but still remain in the previous asana. And from there, roll onto your back. Now you're no more on your shoulders. Roll your back on the ground while you're still holding on to the big toes. Shambhay Mudra, Murcha Kumka, visualize your body as luminous wheel, radiating energy in all the directions. Chandajapa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Tabashanam Namadva Pado Kuryat Masaka Paro. The next asana is Shupta Prasarita Padangushtasana. So as you're lying down on your back, now lift your legs up towards the sky and spread the legs wide apart, hands holding the legs. As you're lying down on the back, legs over your towards the sky, knees are straight. Spread your legs out on the sides as wide as possible. Hands in Pranamudra, Jai Kumka Pranayama, engage Mulabandha and visualize your leg stretching outward like vast steady river. As you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Uttanapadam Krancham Cha Marichim Vera Bhadrakam Natarajam Trikonam Cha Suptangushta Prasarane. The next asana that we are entering into is Shupta Padangushtasana. So this time bring the soles of the feet together from the previous asana, hands holding the legs, big toes in Pranamudra. Ujjayi Kumka Pranayama, engage Mulbandha, visualize your legs extending forward, feet reaching and grounding like roots connecting to earth. See your prana flowing along the spine to toes. Draw the vital outward. Contemplate steadiness, surrender, and quiet strength as you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Uttanapadam Krancham Cha Marichim Vera Bhadrakam Natarajam Trikonam Cha Suptangushta Prasarane. The next asana is Matsyasana. So from the lying back position, now bring your legs in Padmasana. And then relax your legs on the ground in Padmasana. And bring your arms over the head. Clasp the opposite elbows behind your neck. And lift your chest naturally. Shoulders grounded. Hold the calm posture. Sambhe Mudra Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. Visualize yourself as Matsya, the divine fish of Vishnu, as you gaze to the nose and chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Mukta Padmasanam Kritta Uttana Shayanam Charet Kurparabhyam Shiro Veshtam Matsyasanam Tu Rogaha. The next asana is Parasharamasana. So from the previous asana, this time extend your legs over the head and place the right arm within the left arm. So right arm is over the left arm. Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama, engage Mulabandha, and visualize Lord Rama radiating from your inner space. Bow in hand, serene and vigilant, see the prana flowing from heart to crown, igniting courage, righteousness, and unwavering focus. Contemplate steadfast dharma and noble clarity as you chant the japa. Gaze to the nose and chant the japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. प्रथम करे पद्मासन में आछे सूधो सोवे भू परिपाचे घोड़ा उरुजंग ये दो भूसो लगता राशे सोये. The next asana is Sarvangasana. In this asana, as your legs are lying down, as you're lying down in with legs in Padmasana, bring the hands on the hips for the support as you lift your legs and hips vertically up. Bring your hands on the hips for the support, elbows on the ground. Hold steady, Shambhavi Mudra, Murchakumka, Jalandhar Bandha. Bring your gaze to the nose and visualize your body lifted like a luminous pillar, or limbs aligned and supporting one another in perfect harmony. And chant the japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Atha vakshe yatra Shanchepa Sarvangasana Muttamam Yatkritva Yogini Rupe Vedha Pandita Udetha. The next asana is Vrishchikasana. So lie down once again and on your back, relax your legs, and then bring one foot on the opposite thigh. You can choose any other leg and place it on the opposite thigh. Raise your knees off the ground, bringing it towards the chest, and raise your chest off the ground, and hands are extended over the head. Make a fingers bent like a scorpion mouth. Shambhavi Mudra. Bring your gaze to the third eye, Mulabandha, and visualize yourself as a scorpion coiled and steadfast. Chant the japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. प्रथम सैनम सुधोर शीश के केश की संधि तू राखे कछु शीश उदर कर राखे. Now we'll be repeating Vrishchikasana on the other side. So switch the position of your leg. Pull the leg lightly towards the chest. Hands in scorpion fingers, scorpion mouth. Lift your chest. Mujkumka, Jalandhar Bandha. Bring your gaze to the third eye. Chant the japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. प्रथम शयन सूधो शीश केश की संधि सुराखे कछु शीश उदर कर राखे. The next asana that we are entering into is Vrishapada Shepasana. In a Vrishapada Shepasana, extend your legs in front of you, extend your legs straight. Bring your hands behind your interlaced behind you in Parashamudra. And from this position, draw one knee inside as you bring your elbows to the touch, trying to touch. Draw one knee close to the chest and simultaneously bring the opposite knee close to the chest, like bicycling. Cycling. Shahaj Kumka, Mulbandha, visualize yourself as a mighty bull, grounded and powerful. And chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Uttanam Shayanam Kritva Alangeli Bhikara Kandharam Badhva Kurparamilitva Natamba Bhumi Prishant. The next asana is Maruttanasana. So extend your legs, lie down on your back, extend your legs, and hands are resting on the sides of your body. And then start bringing one knee alternatively to the ears, respective ears, and lift your head and start repeating this alternatively. Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaj Kumka. Visualize your spine as a strong, flexible pillar, fully extending with controlled power. Engage Mulbandha. Chant the japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Savavattana Vyavasthitam Krita Janudayam Paryankam Karnayo Sanskrite Marotanam Bhavati. The next asana is Brikasana. So as you are lying down on the ground, bring the soles of the feet on the ground, knee raised, and use the strength of the feet and the core to raise smoothly upright. So use your feet, strength of the core and feet, and rise up in a standing position. And repeat this again and again. Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaj Kumka, engage Mulabandha. Visualize yourself as a wolf, alert and poised. Senses turning to every moment, see prana circulating through every limbs and core, heightening awareness and coordination. As you chant the japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham, Atha Uttana Shayanam Kritva Padatalabhyam Bhumi, Ditta Tishtet Vakrasanam Bhavati. The next asana is Luthasana. Luthasana is a dynamic posture, roll pose. All of you must have done when you were a kid. Now it's time to regain that. So as you're lying down on your back, swing your legs over the head until the feet it touches the ground and roll yourself forward. So from the lying down position, roll your leg over your head and lift yourself, come to the seated position. Once again, bring the legs in front, roll back again. Repeat this again and again. Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaj Kumaka, roll, visualize a fluid rolling motion and your body is under complete control. Chant japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Utana Shayanam Pado Shirsa Ulangya Bhuma Sthapitva Nibjam Badhva Nibjam Shayanam. Next asana is Sarathasana. Lie down on your belly, palms resting on the side of the chest. Straighten your arms, torso lifting like shaft. Keep Shambhavi Mudra. Saratha Kumaka, where you contract the lips as if whistling to produce a flute-like sound while inhaling, and retain the breath as you engage Mulbandha, chant the japa. Visualize yourself as a mighty chariot carrying warriors with unwavering strength and stability. Chant the japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nibjam Shanam Kritva Nabhi Bhumi Nidhaya. Stamba Bhuma Ashtabhyam Alonmeliye Vega Nut Sanskrite State Sarathashanam Bhavati. The next asana that we are entering into is Dehilungasana. In this asana, come to the plank position. From the plank position, hop your legs near your arms. So jump both of your legs near arms and then back again. Repeat this dynamic motion again and again. As you perform Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaj Kumaka, engage Mulbandha, and visualize yourself expanding beyond your body and mind, bringing your awareness flowing without boundaries. Chant Japa, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham, Hastadvayam Badva Tanmay, Tanmadhye Charanadvaya Ughan Eva Bahi Aniya Anyat Nayet Tehulanganam Bhavati. Next asana is Jatyasana. So come to the standing position. From the standing position, Fold forward and place your palms on the ground. And then start walking back and forth. Place the palms on the ground and start walking back and forth in Jatyasana, Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaj Kumka, Mulbandha. Visualize your mind as luminous witness, accessing memories across lifetimes. See the prana flowing through spine and third eye. Chand japa om nityananda param shivoham adha jatyasanam vakshe yena itti smaro bhavet stangri bhuma cha gamanasana tata. Now slowly rise up as we enter into the Lolitaka Karana. So stand in Aramandi with your heels together, knees, feet outward, knees slightly bent, hands spread on the sides, and start rolling your upper body from side to side in Lolitaka Karana. And then relax and stand tall in Sarpasana. Stand tall with your ankles bound lightly by the rope. Keep your arms alongside the thighs, spine vertical, crown lifted. Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaj Kumka, Mulbandha, and visualize your Kundalini as coiled, radiate, pause rising along your spine. See the prana guiding her upward, activating each chakra in sequence. So start from Muladhara Chakra. See as a bright white light, Kundalini raising upward along the spine. Bring awareness to the Swadhisthana, then Muladhara, Anahata, Vishuddhi, Angya, Sahasrara. Chant japa Om Nithyananda Param Shivoham अथ सर्पासनं वक्षे वायुपाय पानाय केवलं शरीरं दण्डवत् तिष्ठेत् रुचिकवस्तु पादयो. The next asana is Ustrasadana. So once again, from the standing position, fold forward, lean forward. Fold forward, lean forward, and this time carefully balance and bring the outside of the little finger onto the hands. Bring the outside of the hands onto the legs. And then start walking back and forth. Sahajakumka. Visualize yourself as camel, drawing on inner reserve to endure long challenges without faltering. See prana supporting patience, steady movement as a chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. मुष्टिकनिष्ठ प्रदेशे भूमनिधाय उपरि पादतले संस्थाप्य अवस्थाप्यं शरीर अचलीय स आश्वासनं भवति. The next asana is Ashwasana. In this asana, once again, fold forward and this time bring the fingers of the hand from front. And once again, start walking back and forth. Sahajakumka, Moolbandha. Visualize yourself as a horse, embodying speed, stamina, and powerful coordination. See your prana supporting steady, rhythmic movement, carrying strength through each limbs and core. Contemplate resilience, adaptability, enduring energy, and flowing grace, embodying horse ability to traverse long distance with courage, alertness, and unwavering vitality. Chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham मुष्टकनिष्ठका प्रदेशे भूमनिधाय उपरि पादतले संस्थाप्य अश्वत् शरीरम अचलनीय आश्वासनं भवति. The next asana is Kapotanika asana. Stand tall. As you stand tall, with feet flat, interlace the finger behind you as you lift your chest up slightly, bend your back. Interlay hands in Parshumudra behind you. Sahajkumka, Moolbandha, and visualize yourself as a soaring bird moving with precision. Chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. पादतले भूमनिधाय पृष्ठभागे हस्तो जान्य पर्यन्तं नीत्वा कपोटे नितिकं भवति. Now we'll be entering into another karna, Tala Pushpa Puttama Karna. Once again, stand in Aramandi. feet outward. Bring your hands in Namaskar Mudra in front of you, and then twist yourself on one side, opening up the palm, and with your heel lifted as if you're offering flower to Paramashiva. And then switch on the other side again and again as we enter into the next asana. And the next asana is Khadgasana. So from the standing position, lie down, jump into the plank position, lie down, bend your knees, and then press your palms and rise up again with your palms together in Namaskar Mudra. You're holding it forward, slightly leaning forward. Sahajkumka, Mool Bandha. Visualize yourself as rhinoceros, embodying immense strength, resilience, and unwavering focus. Bring your gaze to the nose and chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nujitharata asanam kritva padatalabhyam bhumi avashtapyam tishtet khadugasanam bhavati. The next asana is Utthanottana. So from the standing position, so this is basically sitting on a squatting position and rising up again. So start from the standing position and bend the knees deeply, lowering your hips to the squatting position, and then rise up straight again. Repeat this standing rhythmically with breath aligned. Shambhavi Mudra, Sahajakumka. Visualize yourself raising and sitting with steady strength, and each repetition building endurance and resilience. Gaze to the nose and chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Punah punah utthaatavyam asitavyam ita uttho utthanotavyam bhavati. The next asana is Uchchirsaka asana. In this asana, draw one sole of foot against the abdomen. So hold it with both the hands. Bring one sole towards the abdomen and hold it with both the hands. And then firmly, as you're standing firm on the opposite foot, slowly lower down to the knee level, and you can repeat this again on the opposite side. Shambhavi Mudra, Sahajgumka. Visualize yourself as a tall tree, firmly grounded through your standing leg. Gaze to the nose and chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Ekaikam padatare koksho nidhaya tishtet urchirchakam bhavati. The next asana is Tandavasana, the cosmic dance of Paramashiva. Stand tall. As you're standing, balance yourself on one leg firmly, and then twist your opposite hip inward across the opposite foot in front of the standing leg. And raise the hands in front of you of the standing foot with your palms facing down. Cross the other hand in front of the chest, tilting upward. Bend at the wrist. Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaj Kumka, Mulbandha. Visualize yourself as Shiva, moving with fierce divine energy. Chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Pade Sitva Anyapado Adha Prireta Tandavam Asanamar Mriga Nityam Shivasanam Tada Sitaha. The next is Karana, which is Parshvajanu Karana. So stand on one foot. So start standing with your left leg. Stand on firmly on the left leg. Draw the right. Bend your right leg and bring it to the chest and wrap it with the right hand in fist. The left hand is on the hips, finger pointing upward. Hold for a moment in this Parshvajanu Karana as we enter into the next asana, which is repeating Tandavasana on the other side. So this time, stand on the right leg and twist. Bring the other knee bent towards the opposite side. Bring once again hands bent at the wrist. Performing. Visualize Lord Paramashiva with fierce energy performing the Tandava dance. As you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Pade Sitva Anyapado Adha Prarita Tandava Asanam Mriganritya Shivasastada Siti. The next asana is Brahmanasana. Stand tall on one foot and place the sole of the other foot on the inner thigh, standing like a tree. Hands are relaxed on the sides. Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaj Kumka. Visualize yourself as Brahman, infinite and unbound and pure awareness. Chand Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Brahmanasana Yat Kritva Brahmano Bhavet. Ekapadamuro Dadva. Tishte Danda Krita Bhuvi. The next asana is repeating Brahmanasana on the other side. So switch the position of your leg. Now stand firmly on the opposite foot and bring the opposite foot on the inner thigh. Hands resting on the sides. Sahaj Kumka, Shambhavi Mudra, Moola Bandha. Contract the muscles of the pelvic floor. Visualize yourself as Brahmana, infinite, unbound, and pure. Awareness. See all distractions of the body and mind dissolve, merging into vast stillness. Contemplate omnipresence, clarity, and unchanging essence, and underlying all phenomena, embodying complete equanimity. Timeless wisdom. Chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Brahmanasana Yat Kritra Brahmano Bhavet Ekapadamuro Datta Tishte Dandakriti Bhuvi. The next asana is Ekapadasana. So stand on the right leg and lift the opposite foot at the hip of the opposite leg. And hands are resting near the knees. Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaj Kumka, Moola Bandha. Visualize Lord Vishnu within your heart, radiant and serene. Each step unfolds as you chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Dakshadhim Vamapadasya Jangho Parinidhaya cha Vyapanim Janum Parshvo Tripe. Now we'll be repeating Ekapadasana on the other side. So switch the position of the legs once again. Hands towards the knees. Visualize Lord Vishnu within your heart, radiant and serene. Each step unfolds as you engage Mulbandha and chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Dakshadhi Vamapadasya Janghopari Nidhaya cha. Now we'll be entering into the next asana, which is Gohyasana. So come to the kneeling position. Come to the kneeling position and interlace the finger in front of you. Elbows on the ground, shoulder width apart. Place the crown of the head on the ground, hands supporting the head. From this position, lift your hips high and then bring your feet closer as you slowly lift your feet off the ground, bringing your hips vertically up and your heels touching the buttocks. So Gohyasana. Lift yourself, hips high, feet close to the buttocks. Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaj Kumka, Mulbandha. Bring your gaze to the nose. Visualize yourself as a serene cow, embodying calmness, patience, and steadfast openness. Chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. दो हाथ की कहनी जोई पुनः लगाई जाने दोई पृष्ठ अंगुरिया की पुनः जोई त ए सब लेभु परिठाने. The next asana is Sirsasana. So if you are still holding yourself in Gohyasana, raise your leg straight up in Sirsasana. Visualize your body inverted, a luminous axis of concentration, concentrated awareness, and vision prana or the nectar flowing upward into the Sahasrara chakra. Hold yourself as you bring your gaze to the nose. Moolabandha, Sahaj Kumbhaka Pranayama. Chand Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Viparitam Mandalam cha Dvidham Vividam Hinaha Dandasanam Dvipo Proktam Viparita पवेशने सर्वाङ्गशीसभागासु षष्ठी प्रथितास्थिते. Slowly come down as you enter into the next asana, which is Podyasana. So from the seated position, hold on with your legs extended. Hold on to the respective calf and raise your legs straight vertically up and try to bring your forehead to the thighs, touching your knees. And exhale, bus in Bhasrika Kumbhaka Pranayama, forceful and rapid exhalation. Shambhi Mudra. Visualize the vibrant energy exploding from within as you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. दो हाथ पग बाहर आने गोड़ा तरे काकसी ठाने अंगुष्ठ पिंडला लगता धरे चरण उभय काकसी दीश करे. The next asana is Parighasana. So interlace a finger behind across your arms over the chest and hold on to the opposite shoulders and extend the legs in front of you at 45 degree. Balance, engage your core as your toes are pointed forward and once again perform Bhasrika Kumka Pranayama. Visualize your body as a stirred bar, Parigha, holding steady as a gate. Mulbandha, bring your gaze to the third eye and chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Uttanam Shayanam Kritva Padatolo Militva Prasarya Nitambam Bhumo Sprishtya Hasambhyam Kandaram Badhva Kumbhakam Kritva Tishtet Parighasanam Bhavati. The next asana is Navakasana. So if you are still holding yourself in the previous asana, there are two variations of this. Either you can place your elbows on the ground and your legs at 45 degree, perform the Bhasrika Kumka Pranayama, or you can place your hands parallel to the ground with your legs extended without bending the knees. Bhasrika Kumka Pranayama, visualize yourself as a mighty boar cutting through the ocean of Maya. Gaze to the third eye and chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Uttana Shayanam Kritva Pada Militva Prasara Nitabam Bhumoshtra Saprishitya Hastabhyam Karabandharam. The next asana that we'll be entering into is Rudrasana. So sit comfortably and draw the knees comfortably to the chest. And then bring your hands from inside and wrap your fingers, interlace the fingers towards the feet. Try to bring the feet to the throat center as you once again perform Bhasrika Kumbhaka Pranayama. Visualize yourself as embodying Lord Rudra, fierce yet compassionate, as you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Pagadali Sampata Kari Hath Sve Pag Ucha Pagaka Angutha Dole Parili Ani Lagave. The next asana is Unmukh Pitasana Dve. Lie down on your back with your feet flat and knee raised. And place your palms down with fingertips reaching near your heels for support. From this position, firmly lift your hips high. Keep your chest broad. Tuck the chin to the chest and Jalandhar Bandha. Gaze to the nose and chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Urdhva cha januni kritta shai urdhva mukham tatha utthapya vihasya tishthetu tishthe unmakhe namakam. The next asana is Savasana. Lie down flat on your ground with legs extended, hands spread out, legs extended without touching each other. Release all the effort in your muscles and let your breath flow smoothly as your body rests. Perform Shakti Chalana Mudra, where you focus on Muladhara and contract the perineum to raise your dormant energy, which is Kundalini Shakti. Forcefully draw the prana vayu upward with intent and hold the energy and intention firmly inward. Practice this regularly, which grants mastery over the body, subtle powers such as anima, and liberation from the fear of death. which lies dissolving into stillness like peaceful body resting in Earth's embrace. Gauge Moolbandha, Chand Japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Shivoham. Om Nithyananda Bhairavas. 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 Om
Now slowly come back to your physical body. Start to wiggle your fingers, your feet, your ankles, your wrist. Bring your knees to the chest and roll from side to side. And lean on one side and come back to the comfortable seated position. And with your hands in Namaskar Mudra, let's offer our gratitude to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Bhairavas, the living manifestation of Parameshwar himself. Happened on the planet Earth to give this superconscious breakthrough to the whole of humanity. Let's end the session with the Purna Mantra. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ तत्सत् सर्वं भगवत् श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिवपादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम्. Thank you everyone for joining for the live Nithyananda Yoga. Make sure that you tune in tomorrow as well for the live. Thank you, Nithyananda.
Chaturmasya is mainly focused on building Shastra and Shastra, both. Like building the knowledge and body, both. We call it Chaturmasya because by the Hindu calendar, from Purnima to Purnima is calculated. So, from Guru Purnima to Vijayadashmi. Usually after Vijayadashmi, that 2-3 days, there will be celebration, and that Purnima, the Purnima to Purnima is Chaturmasya. After Vijayadashmi, the sannyasis start moving. Chaturmasya has many beautiful memories about Hinduism, Hinduism, because all great masters have done Chaturmasya. This Chaturmasya Vrata kept Hinduism alive, the spiritual tradition alive, because this is the time sadhus rejuvenate themselves and re-inspire themselves and build a Shastra Jnana, conscious sovereignty, and the body, far conscious sovereignty. This 4 months, people focus only on that. I have done unbroken Chaturmasya Vrata. But let me be very honest first. 6-7 years was done more like sitting on my guru's lap. My gurus will keep me in their lap and make me do. Only after the age of 7, I remember doing it on my own. Like on my own, I can sit and chant the mantra and sankalpa. Till then, they used to make me sit in their lap. My gurus did for me. I want all of you to know, many times, people ask me, Swamiji, you tell stories about your gurus, such powerful people, such extraordinary spiritual giants. Why they did not create Kailasa or huge organization all over the world? I laugh at them. Fool. Who you think is creating now? It is they who is creating through this body. The tapas they did on this body, literally, they all, with all their tapas, energies, powers, intelligence, knowledge, everything, they all entered into this being and made the ultimate manifest. And through this body, they are all manifesting. And they are only doing this whole Kailasa. This Chaturmasya is not my pride, it is their glory. Understand? Kanchi Paramacharya, what a great being. But the way he used to attend to the details, see, there is no need for him to tell my guru. I'll tell the exact words as narrated by my guru. As a baby, they took me to him to receive the blessings. He blessed, and then he said, ஒரு சன்னியாசிக்கு வயசு சாதுர்மாசியம் வச்சு தான் கணக்கு பண்றது சாஸ்திரப்படி வழக்கம். சீக்கிரம் ஆரம்பிச்சிருங்க சாதுர்மாசியத்தை. It means usually the sannyasi's age, seniority, is counted based on the number of chaturmasyas that person has observed, not based on the age. The age itself is counted only based on the number of chaturmasya the person performed. So understand, the world of spirituality is totally different. So he blessed and gave this instruction to my gurus. I think by the time they could organize everything and make everything ready and do the rituals and initiation, it took 2.5 years. I think maybe when I was 2.5, the 3rd year, that's the time they started the first Chaturmasya, made me do the first Chaturmasya. So now when they gave me the Balasanyas initiation and then made me do the Chaturmasya, they took a photograph. Chaturmasya is not my pride, It's a glory of my gurus and the tapas they have done on me. I only did one thing. I simply connected with them as they introduced themselves to me. With that strength, I went through everything, up, down, good, bad, right, wrong, difficult, easy, everything. And through this body, literally they are doing the whole thing. This whole Kailasa. Spiritual scriptures reading. Vedas, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Brahma Sutra, all the commentaries. Books I wrote. Let's spend time and energy on studying it and enriching the whole world with it. I bless you all with Paramatma for this whole Chaturmas, Paramashiva's message directly from Maha Kailasa. Abhayam Sarvabhudev, Abhayam Sarvabhudev, Abhayam Sarvabhudev, Abhayam Sarvabhudev, Abhayam Sarvabhudev, Abhayam Sarvabhudev.
When I arrived here, I was in a very, very dark space, very pessimistic, but now there's this love inside of me, there's this joy inside of me, and the belief systems are changing, so all of a sudden, opportunities are everywhere.
I've been learning the yoga from other sources previously, but the Swamiji's yoga is the only place from authentic source. It's really, really different. Also enjoying the pure vegetarian, organic, sattvic foods.
This special yoga makes my body more flexible, and Swamiji is teaching me what is intensity, what is integrity, and what is discipline.
Before coming, I twisted my left wrist during basketball game, and I barely can use my left hand. After few training, my hand can sustain my body weight, and now everything looks normal for my left hand.
Starting early in the morning with some yoga to move the body, then puja to move the spirit, then these talks that really dive into my subconscious mind to really get into these root patterns of my life and to really release that emotional charge once and for all for my being. In day 28, I am complete.
I think the biggest breakthroughs for me were like completion with my social circle, like my parents and relationships. So I really felt deep healing experiences. Also, I kind of manifested different powers. For example, I could do remote vision. Another thing that I manifested was body scanning. I would say the last thing that really touched me was how everything is so kind of personal. The whole experience, like people really attend to you, they care about you. You're not just a number in a program, but you're treated like a real being. So I really appreciate that.
Everybody has a wonderful breakthroughs and experiences.
Life-changing process once you have joined.
I would recommend this to anyone who wants to make a big shift in his life, a big change. Not even just like growth, but for personal transformation and breakthroughs, because this program just brings you to the next level.
If anybody is just tired of being tired and wants to do something new in his life, I encourage you to come and try PSS. Make it happen for your life. You're not gonna regret it. You're gonna love it, and you're gonna do it for yourself.
Established since 2002 in the United States of America, the United Ancient Nations is an intergovernmental organization currently made up of 160+ members and indigenous nations. The UAN and its work are guided by the purposes and principles contained in its founding charter. The UAN is a manifestation of the profound connection amongst indigenous peoples across the world, including African, Andean, American, European, Caribbean, Oceanic, and Asian regions, rooted in shared wisdom, sustainable practices, and deep reverence for the earth. The United Ancient Nations serves as an international cultural and diplomatic organization focused on uniting indigenous cultures globally.